There is a silence that is louder than any scream, the silence of an adult child who has stopped caring. It is the indifference in their voice, the text messages left unread, the weeks that turn into months without a single question about your life. This withdrawal of care is not just painful, it feels like a fundamental violation of the laws of nature. We are wired to believe that the bond between parent and child is unbreakable, eternal, and reciprocal. When that bond snaps, or simply withers into apathy, you are left in a free fall of grief, guilt, and bewilderment. You ask yourself, how can the person I carried, comforted, and cherished now treat me like a stranger? However, Viktor Frankl, the visionary psychiatrist who found light in the darkest abyss of human suffering, offers us a different lens. He teaches that what looks like indifference on the surface is often a complex mask hiding deeper, unseen struggles. More importantly, Frankl reminds us that while we cannot force another person to care, we possess the ultimate freedom to choose how we respond to their coldness. We can let it destroy us, or we can use it to transcend our suffering and find a new, indestructible source of inner strength. Today, we will explore 7 profound revelations inspired by Frankl's logotherapy, insights that will help you decode the mystery of their behavior and, crucially, help you rise above the hurt to reclaim your own life. Viktor Frankl's core message is that we are not defined by what happens to us, but by the meaning we give to our experiences. When an adult child stops caring, it is an invitation, painful and unwanted, yes, but an invitation nonetheless to deepen your own spiritual maturity. It is a call to detach your self-worth from their approval and to find an inner sanctuary of peace that no one can take away. By understanding the hidden dynamics at play, you move from the position of a victim waiting for crumbs of affection to the position of a wise elder who loves without dependency. Let these 7 revelations guide you out of the shadows of rejection and into the light of emotional freedom. Revelation number 1. Apathy is often armor. The first revelation is that what you perceive as not caring is often a heavy armor of self-protection. Frankl observed that when human beings are overwhelmed by emotions, they cannot process shame, guilt, fear of failure, or deep inadequacy. They often shut down completely. It is a survival mechanism called emotional numbing. Your adult child may be fighting internal battles you know nothing about: a failing marriage, a secret addiction, financial ruin, or a crushing depression. In this state of survival, they simply do not have the emotional bandwidth to care about you. They are not withholding care to hurt you. They are hoarding it to survive. To you, their silence feels like a weapon. To them, it feels like a shield. They withdraw because engaging with you requires an energy they do not possess. They fear that if they open the door even a crack, the flood of your needs, your questions, or your love will drown them. Recognizing this shifts your perspective from "they are cruel" to "they are struggling." It doesn't make the loneliness disappear, but it removes the sting of malice. You are not the target. You are collateral damage in their war for survival. Frankl teaches us that understanding is the gateway to compassion. When you see their apathy as armor, you stop banging on the chest plate demanding to be let in. Instead, you step back, offering a silent prayer for their battle, which preserves your dignity and respects their fragility. Revelation Tavka 2, the distortion of shoulds. The second revelation exposes the trap of expectations. We suffer because we are attached to how things should be. A child should call their mother. A son should respect his father. These shoulds are invisible contracts that your child never signed. Frankl warned that rigid expectations are the architects of our misery. When reality clashes with our expectations, we experience what he called noogenic neurosis, a spiritual crisis born of conflict. Your adult child is living in their own reality, driven by their own values and priorities, which may be radically different from yours. When they stop caring in the way you expect, they are breaking your rules. But are those rules true for them? They may show care in ways you don't recognize, or they may value independence over connection. By clinging to the script of how a good child acts, you are blinding yourself to who your child actually is. Rising above the hurt requires tearing up the script. It means accepting the radical reality of what is, rather than fighting for what should be. This is not giving up, it is waking up. It is releasing the demand that they validate your parenting by their behavior. When you let go of the shoulds, you release the constant friction of disappointment. You find peace in the acceptance of their otherness, realizing that their journey is theirs alone to walk, even if it leads them away from you. Revelation 3. The mirror of your own dependency. The third revelation is difficult but transformative. Their withdrawal often triggers pain because it reveals our own hidden dependency. If your adult child stopping caring makes you feel like your life is over, it suggests that you may have made them the source of your meaning. Frankl teaches that no human being can bear the weight of being another person's reason for existence. If you have unconsciously tasked your child with your happiness, they will instinctively run away to escape that crushing burden. Their distance is a mirror reflecting a void in your own life. It is asking you, who are you when you are not being mom or dad? This revelation is a call to reclaim your own identity. It is an invitation to fill your own cup so that you are not coming to them as a beggar, but as a whole person. When you start to care deeply about your own life, your passions, your friends, your spiritual growth, you change the energetic dynamic. You stop chasing. A parent who is vibrant and self-sustained is far easier to love than a parent who is needy and hollow. By doing the work of finding meaning separate from them, you not only heal yourself, but you also remove the pressure that drove them away. You become a lighthouse, standing firm on your own rock, rather than a boat adrift in their storm. If something in these words reached a part of you no one sees, you're welcome to support the channel through the thanks button. It helps keep this space of compassion alive. Revelation number 4, the freedom to choose your attitude. The fourth revelation is the bedrock of Frankl's philosophy. The last of the human freedoms is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. You cannot choose their behavior. You cannot force them to call. You cannot compel them to care. But you can choose how you frame this season of your life. You can choose to be the bitter victim, rehearsing the story of your abandonment to anyone who will listen, cementing your own misery. Or you can choose to be the hero of your own story of resilience. This choice is active, not passive. It means waking up every day and deciding, I will not let their silence define my joy today. It means choosing to focus on who is present in your life, rather than who is absent. It means choosing to find meaning in the suffering itself, perhaps by becoming more compassionate to others who are lonely, or by deepening your spiritual practice. When you exercise this freedom, you take your power back. You stop being a puppet on their emotional strings. You realize that your inner state is your sovereign territory, and no one, not even a beloved child, has the right to invade it without your permission. This shift from victimhood to agency is the essence of rising above the hurt. Revelation number 5, the projection of guilt. The fifth revelation is that sometimes they stop caring because looking at you makes them feel guilty. If they feel they have failed to launch, failed to meet your standards, or simply failed to be happy, your face is a constant reminder of their inadequacy. In their mind, you are the judge and jury, even if you have never spoken a harsh word. They stop caring as a way to numb the shame of disappointing you. They are projecting their own internal critic onto you. To escape the feeling of being a bad child, they make you the bad parent in their mind, someone who is too demanding, too critical, or too much. It is a psychological defense mechanism called projection. They push you away so they don't have to look at their own shortcomings. Understanding this helps you see that their rejection is actually about their own self-loathing. It is not that they don't care about you. It is that they can't bear to care about you because it hurts too much to see themselves through your eyes. The antidote is to release them energetically from the role of the one who must succeed. When you signal that you love them regardless of their status or achievements, you slowly disarm the projection. You become safe again. Revelation number 6, the cycle of emotional burnout. The sixth revelation acknowledges the modern reality of emotional burnout. We live in a world of relentless demand. Your adult child may be part of the sandwich generation, squeezed between the needs of their own children, the demands of a career, and the economic pressures of modern life. They may have stopped caring not out of malice, but out of sheer exhaustion. Frankl noted that when the struggle for survival consumes all of one's energy, the higher functions of relationship and empathy often shut down first. They may be in survival mode. In this state, maintaining a relationship with parents, which often requires patience, listening, and emotional labor, feels like a luxury they cannot afford. They are treading water, and you are asking them to swim laps. Their indifference is a symptom of their depletion. Seeing this reality invites you to move from judgment to grace. Instead of taking their absence personally, you can view it as a sign of the times. You can choose to be the one who gives rather than demands. A brief message saying, "I know you are overwhelmed, just wanted you to know I love you and expect nothing back," can be a lifeline. It shows that you see their struggle and are on their team, not another burden on their back. Revelation 37, the meaning in letting go. The seventh and final revelation is that there is profound meaning to be found in the act of letting go. Frankl taught that we can find meaning by surrendering to the unavoidable. Letting go does not mean stopping loving them. It means loving them enough to release them to their own journey. It means trusting that life is teaching them lessons you cannot teach. It means having faith that the seeds of love you planted years ago are still there, dormant but alive, waiting for the right season to sprout. This letting go is a spiritual practice. It clears the space between you of anxiety and grasping. It allows fresh air to enter the relationship. Paradoxically, it is often in the space created by letting go that the adult child feels free enough to return. But even if they don't, you have found the meaning of unconditional love, a love that gives without demanding a return transaction. You rise above the hurt by becoming bigger than the hurt. You expand your heart to include the pain, transforming it into wisdom, patience, and a deep, abiding peace. You become an elder of the tribe, steady and whole, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. When an adult child stops caring, it feels like the sun has gone out. But as Viktor Frankl reminds us, the light we seek is not outside of us, it is within. By embracing these 7 revelations, that apathy is armor, that expectations trap us, that dependency is a mirror, that attitude is a choice, that guilt drives distance, that burnout is real, and that letting go is a form of love, we navigate through the darkness. We stop waiting for them to change and start changing ourselves. We reclaim our dignity. We find our footing. We realize that we are whole, worthy, and complete, with or without their validation. Your love was a gift you gave to the world through them. It does not return void just because it is not acknowledged. It remains part of who you are. If these words helped you find a moment of peace today, please share which revelation spoke to you in the comments. Your story matters, and you are not alone.